Hello everyone, I am Santosh Kumar DK, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Canberra Engineering College, Mangaluru. I am going to discuss data structures with C Laboratory course with subject code 18CSL38. In this course, we will be conducting 12 experiments and any study material regarding this course is available on my website. Along with that, you'll also get a study material on C language and varieties of other subjects which I handle. Also, you'll get the opportunity to use online compiler in my website. You can run the code on the go.
Hello everyone. In this video, we'll discuss experiment number 10. In experiment number 10, we are going to discuss about binary search tree, where we are performing an operation of creating a binary search tree for the given numbers and traversing the tree in order, pre-order and post-order, and searching for a key element in the given tree, successful or unsuccessful based on the key element. Before discussing binary search tree, let's see the definition of tree and some of the properties of trees. Tree is a data structure, is a collection of data nodes which is organized in a hierarchical structure recursively. You can note here we are having a hierarchical nodes which started from the H till A, or it might be in reverse also, and the topmost node we call it as a root. It is just like as we did in single linked list, we call it as a head, and in double linked list we called it as a first, and just we are renaming that to root. And each root will be having some more nodes below that in the next level, next hierarchy. So that we will call it as that subtree. A part of the tree we will call it as a subtree, and where we will be having a parent, and if they are from the same parent we call them as a sibling, and the connection between those nodes we call it with the edge. Previously we call it with the links. Next, previous, these are the links name we have taken in the double linked list and single linked list. Now we are going to call it with the name edge, but concept is same. And their children we will call them as a child, and the node which is not having a children, which is the end of the tree, we call them as a leaf node. These are all the few definitions you should remember, and more detail about this you will learn from the theory. Let's see how many types of trees are there. There are 6 types of trees where we are going to concentrate on binary search tree according to the question. We'll see what is binary search tree is all about. The binary search tree is also known as a ordered binary tree. Why it is called ordered binary tree is it's going to have the numbers in order, and a node is based on data structure in which each node has no more than 2 childrens. You can notice this is the binary search tree. Each node is having only maximum 2 childrens, not more than that. Minimum can be 0, maximum can be 2. And you can also see one more characteristics over here. The left subtree contains only nodes with the value less than the parent node. Consider 56 is the parent now, and his children towards left, all the children you can check out, all are having less than 56. If I take this is the subtree, and in this subtree towards the left of the 30 parent, all the nodes are having less than 30. Similarly, on the right part you can check out all the nodes. Right subtree contains only the nodes with a value greater than the parent node. See, all the nodes over here which is listed, all are having greater than 56. And if I take 70, 70 is greater than 56, but 60 is smaller than 70. That's why it has become a left child of this. Similarly, here you can also note down there are no duplicate values. There is no chances for duplicate values in the binary search tree. Even though you are going to try to insert the duplicate values, it is not going to allow you to create. It will take only unique values. Let's see what are the operations we can perform on the binary search tree. We can create a tree and we can add more number of nodes to it, and we can insert a node to the tree after the creation. It is also possible. Search for a given node or search for a given key element from the key, which is the binary search tree is highly used from the binary search algorithm. The binary search algorithm works on the principle of binary search tree. And deletion of a node from the tree is also possible. And walking through the tree, it means visiting all the nodes in the tree, which we call it as a traversal, is possible with 3 standards. One is in order, pre-order, post-order. But according to question, we are going to implement creation of tree, searching for a key element, and tree traversal. We are not inserting extra element once after the creation. We are not deleting any node from the tree. These two are not there in the question, but these you are going to learn from the theory. Let's see how to create a tree. So to create a tree in the computer, you have 2 options. Because you don't have a data type called trees, you are having existing data types. With those only you can construct a tree. As you can see this diagram we cannot store in the computer. So what we can do is, the values we will store, but it will be having a tree structure internally. So that is possible with the help of 2 data structures, arrays and linked list. In this question, they have asked us to go with the help of linked list. So we are concentrating on the linked list. And you can see there is a node which is having right child and it is having a left child. So right tree and left tree, right tree and left tree. To achieve this, the best linked list we can use is doubly linked list. As we have already seen this doubly linked list, which will be having a information or value, and previous we renamed it as left subtree over here, and next we have called it as right tree over here. These are all the names which we have used over here based on the situation. Even you can call it as a left child, right child, and previously we have used first and end in the doubly linked list program, but here only one pointer is enough to indicate the starting of the tree, which we call it as a root according to the concept. And how to achieve this? With the help of structure again. So here we'll be having a numeric value as per the question. So we are taking a value and we'll be having links for the next nodes. So that's why we have taken 2 links. Let's see how to create this tree for the given values in the question. So you can try out for all other values of your own, but this is how it works. Let's take up the first number. The first number, whatever is given as an input, itself has become the root of the tree. Because there is nothing in the tree, empty tree, whatever you have given, that has become a root of the tree. Next, what is the next number I am going to give? That is 9. If I am going to give 9, so now the comparison should take place. So check whether 9 is greater than 6. If 9 is greater than 6, that should become a right subtree. If 9 is smaller than 6, that should become a left subtree. But currently 9 is greater than 6, it should go to the right part of the 6th tree. Now you should connect that with the right link. And next number is 5. First compare with the root node. 5 is lesser than 6. Yes, it is true. Then make it a left tree. And there are no other nodes in the left tree. So this has become a left node of the tree. Now connect that with the left tree link. Now take up a next value 2. Compare 2 with root. It is 6 and 2 comparison, where 2 is lesser than 6. So I should move towards left. Already I have a node in the left. So what I can do? I should compare again with this 5 whether 2 is smaller than 5 or greater. 2 is smaller than 5, so make it as a left node of the 5 and connect it with the left link of the 5. Next, take up the next number. Next number is 8. 8 is compared with the root, and which is greater than root, it will move to 9, and now it is compared with the 9 and which is lesser than 9, so it should become the left node of the 9 and connect with the left link of 9. And now we are having one more number 15. 15 again compare with 6, it is greater than 6, compare with 9, it is greater than 9, so it should become a right node of the 9, and now it should be connected with right link. Next, take up next value 24. 24 is compared with the 6, which is greater than 6, compared with 9, it is greater than 9, and compared with 15, it is greater than 15. So there are no nodes at the right of the 15, so make 24 as the right node of the 15. Similarly, take up one more node 14. 14 compare from the root, it is greater than, compare from the 9, it is greater than, compare with the 15, it is smaller than, then make it as a left node of the 15. And take up 7. 7 is greater than from the 6, smaller than from 9, and smaller than from 8. That's why it has become a left node of the 8. And take up 8, which is a duplicate value. That's why I have given these in a different color. So 8 is going to compare with 6, as it is greater than, it is going to compare with 9, it's going to be a left part of it, and it's going to compare with 8, and it is neither lesser than nor greater than, so it is equal, there is no place for it. Similarly, it happens with 5. Compare with 6, go to left part and check whether 5 is smaller than or greater than. No, it is not smaller than, it is not greater than, there is no place for 5 also. And take up 2, similar task will happen. So with this you can notice binary search tree will not allow you to add duplicate values to the tree, and as per the definition, the left subtrees have the lesser than value of the parent, and right subtree will be having the greater values of the parent, and it will be having maximum of 2 nodes in it. Let's see the coding part. We'll be having a get node function. It is similar like other 4 program what we have discussed, sorry, other 3 programs what we have discussed. Its job is to create a node dynamically and set the links to null. And after that, we are having a function to create a binary search tree. So where initially if the tree is null, then whatever the node we have created, that itself becomes a root of the node, which is like 6. Then after that, we are having a next value, take up 9. If I take up 9, so initially I'll set the previous to null. These are all the temporary values I am using to just to move between the tree to left or right. And I am setting the current to root. What is current now? 6. If current is not equal to null, yes, current is not equal to null, it is having 6. So what I will do, previous I'll set it to 6. I'll take up a pen. Now root is 6, current is also 6, current is not equal to null, yes, it is true. Now previous is 6. Now check current is equal to, I'm having a conditional operator over here, temp is having a value 9. I have got a temp over here with a value 9. Now check whether 9 value, that is 9 temp value is greater than the current value, sorry, is smaller than the current value. 9 is smaller than the current value. 9 is smaller than 6. No, it is false. That's why you should move towards right. If it is false, you should move towards left. And now I should move towards right. And when I move towards right, initially the root node is created and the links has been set to null by default by the get node function. So current is not equal to null. current is not equal to null, this fails. So it will come out of the while. So now let me check temp value, which is 9, is smaller than previous value. Previous was 6. No, it is not smaller than 6. So this fails. Else, if temp value 9 is greater than 6, it is true. Then set previous right link. The right link of 6 is equal to temp. That is 6 is going to point to 9. Let me take one more for left, and one more I am going to try to insert, where I am going to give you 5. Now the value is 5 now, and I have read the value 5 over here. And now what I will do, I am going to check whether the root is equal to null. No, we are having this tree over here. And next what I will do, I will set as like previous is equal to null, current is root, which is 6. 6 is not equal to null. Yes, previous will be 6 because I am assigning the same root to previous. Check for comparison with 5. Let me take a different color to represent this. Yes. Now I am going to take 5 is smaller than 6. Yes, 5 is smaller than 6. This is true. Then this is going to connect with the current L tree. Now current L tree link, you check whether the current L tree is null. Yes, there is no left tree for the 6. So this is going to come out, and I am going to check temp is having a value 5 and is smaller than 6. Yes, it is true. Then make 5 as left link of the given root 6. And you can check here we are having both the condition greater, smaller and greater. We don't have equal operation. Temp value is equal to previous value, or that condition is not there. This is where the duplication of the values are avoided. If you are giving a duplication value, there are no places for them. It will be ignored. This is how creation of the binary search tree will be done. Next, see how to traverse the tree. Traversing a tree is nothing but visiting all the nodes in the tree in some specified standards. There are 3 standards: in order, pre-order, post-order. First we'll see in order, which is the simple one. In order is going to visit first left child, then the root node, then the right child. So in this example, the left child is 14. The left child is 14. Let me take a lesser point. Yeah, 14, and the root node is 15, and the right child is 24. So the first I visited 14, 15 and 24. This is going to give you the values of the tree in increasing order. This is the beauty of in order traversal. And how to check whether the tree constructed by you is a right one or not? By traversing a tree in order, if the values you are going to get in increasing order, then your tree is properly constructed by following the binary search tree rules. Let's traverse the tree what we have constructed in order. So it's going to tell you the rule: left child, right node and right child recursively. This function is a recursive function. First it's going to start from the root, and root is not equal to null. Yes. Then go to the left child. Yes. Now this part, I'll take a pen. Yes. Now this part itself is a tree now. This is a subtree. And on this again apply the recursive algorithm. This is a root right now, and check for its left tree. Yes. Again I am having, and it is not equal to null. Yes. But check for its left. No, there is no left. Then write the value of that. So that is what it is, 2. And next, is there any right? No, there is no right node for it. Then its root will be printed. Is there any value right node for the 5? No, there are no right node for it. Then it's not going to display any right node, but it's going to display now root of it. See, first go in detail about left child. Until unless you will be visiting the leaf node, you have to proceed. Once after you have visited the leaf node, print the leaf node and come back, print its root and go to right child. That is what we did. We have visited a leaf node, which is the end of the left subtree, and I have printed, and there are no left and right for it. That's why we call it as a leaf node, and its root, and there is no right for it, so we cannot print anything from it. And now the root for 5 is 6. That's what we are going to print. Next, coming to the right child. On the right child, again apply the same rule, left. This is the right part of our tree now. Consider this tree and apply left to this. So I am visiting this. This is a recursive operation, and to left to this, this is, and this is the leaf node which is not having any more nodes under this. So print that, and it is, its root node is 8. Print that, and it is not having any right node. So print its root node, and it is having a right tree. And now our target is this subtree. And now what you have to do, you have to concentrate on the left subtree of this 14, which is a leaf node. Print the value of it, and its root node is 15. Print the value of 15, and its right subtree is 24. This is the end of the in order traversal. You can check out, we have visited all the elements in increasing order. This is how in order traversal is going to work. Let's see the implementation of the same. Here you can check out, we have used a recursive function where I'm taking a in is a root. It's a root which I'm passing from the main function, and you check whether a root is not equal to null. I call in over here just to differentiate between the functions and the parameters. And you can, if you are confusing with it, you can call it as a root and use root over here in all the places. So in order of left tree, recursive call I said, until it's going to be left child, leaf child, left child it should be leaf, it's going to be printed. It's going to be proceeded. Once it's going to encounter a leaf node, it's going to print the value of it. And similarly, once after the leaf nodes are over, its root, and it will move to right, and similarly it will be perform the operation. Next is tree traversal with pre-order. Pre-order means it's going to have a root node, it's going to have a left child, and it's going to have a right child. When it comes to root node, first we are going to print the root value, that is 15. Next we are going to print the left child value, that is 14. Next we are going to print the right child value 24, which is, now we are going to apply this pre-order traversal for the tree what we have constructed. As the rule says, first you print the root node 6, again print its left child root node 5, and its left child root node 2, and there are no more left child, no right child also. So come back to the original root node where we started and go to the right child. On the right child, it is the root node, print, and go to the left child, its root, and go to the left child, its root, and come back to the original subtree what we have considered, that is 9, and visit its right child and print its value, visit its one more left child, it is 14, and visit its right child 24. This is the end of tree, and you can notice this is the pre-order traversal of given tree. And next we'll see how this is written in a code. You can notice in order, pre-order, and post order. One more, only it is a changing the position of the statements. So there I have taken void in and node in, and I called it as node in is not equal to null. I made it as pre over here. It's a very simple way of writing. Just I have changed the value variable names, and I have changed the placement of this. This is based on the rule what I said, root, left child, right child. Next, let's see the tree traversal of post order. So here we'll be having a left child, right child, at the end we'll get a root node. It means first 14, then 24, then 15, 14, 24, and 15. So for this simple tree it is easy. Let's see for a complex tree what we have constructed. So as per the rule, left child, that is 6 left child is 5, 5 left child is 2, there are no left child for 2, then print it, and there are no right child for 2, then go back to root node and check for is there any right child for it, no, then print its root node. And similarly get back to 6, but it is having a right child, go to right child, and coming to right child you are having a left child over here, and after that again you are having a left child. Check whether it is having a left child or right child. No left child, no right child, it's a leaf node, print 7. And after that get back to 8, check whether it is having any right child, no right child, so print its value. And get back to 9, check whether it is having any right child, yes it is having right child, so 15, check whether it's having a left child or right child, it's having a left child. First go to 14 and check whether it's a leaf node, yes it's a leaf node, print 14. And get back and check with the right child, check whether 24 is a leaf node, yes it is a 24 is a leaf node, print it. And now I have finished both the childs of 15, just now print root of these two nodes, that is 15. Now I have finished 9's childs 8 and 15, let's print 9. Now I have finished 6th childs, that is 5 and 9, let's print 6. This is how the post order traversal will be done for a given tree. And you can see again only the position of some statements I have replaced and I just renamed some values. This is how the post order traversal is going to work. Let's see the binary search operation on the given tree. When you are performing a search operation, you need one more input called key element. Let's search for a key element 2. How it works? Binary search algorithm works on the basis of mid, we have seen. So here mid is nothing but root. We are going to take it as a root. There is no divide by 2 concept over here. The first we will target with the root. Let's take up 2, compare with root, because that is the first one we have a connection, because this is pointed by a root node. So now compare 2 with 6, whether 2 and 6 are same. If they are same, I found a value, but 2 and 6 are not same. Then if they are not same, then what it is? Whether 2 is lesser than 6, then move to this part of the tree. Whether 2 is greater than 6, then move to this part of the tree. That is right part. So now 2 is smaller than 6, then I have to move to left part of the tree. Now this is my subtree. Now consider 5 as the root. Again compare whether 5 and 2 are same. No, they are not same. Check whether 2 is smaller than 5. Yes, it is smaller than 5. Then I should move towards left part. If it is greater, I should move towards right part. Now I am moving towards left part. Yes, now this is my subtree and this is the root. Now what I will do is, I will compare 2 with 2. Yes, 2 and 2 are same. Yes, it is same. Then I need not to go in deeper, because there are no duplicate values supported, and I found whatever I wanted. So now the search is successful. This is how binary search operation works for successful search. Let's see for unsuccessful search. Now the key is different, 20. Let's compare 20 with 6. Check whether 6 and 20 are same. No. And check whether 6 is greater than, 20 is greater than 6. Yes. Then I should target the right part of the tree. I should ignore the left part of the tree. And now this is my subtree where 9 is the root. Compare 9 and 20. Whether they are same? No. 20 is greater than 9. True. Then move towards right. Then ignore the rest all the part of the tree. Now 15 is the target, and compare 15 and 20. Now check whether they are same. No, they are not same. 20 is greater than 15. Then move towards right. Now what I have to do? Compare again 24 with 20. No, they are not same. 20 is lesser than 24, but I don't have any more nodes in this tree. 24 itself is the leaf node of the tree. Then I am unable to locate 20. This is a unsuccessful search. This is how binary search operation will happen in binary search. Let's see how this happens with the code. So initially what we are going to do is, we are going to check whether the given tree is an empty tree. If that is the case, we need not to proceed with the search operation. That is the condition I have written here. If root is equal to null, tree does not exist. I'll display directly tree is empty. Otherwise, yes, there is a tree. We'll take up for the value 2. We'll take up for the value 2. I'll go with, yeah, I am taking a value 2. Now 2 is the value I have taken, key value is 2, and current is 6. Current is 6 because it's pointing to root. Now what I will do, I'll get inside the loop until it is not equal to null. 6 is not equal to null. If item is nothing but what? Key is equal to current value. No, it is not equal to current value. So it will not execute. So next I will check if item key is smaller than current value. Yes, it is smaller than current value. It is 2 is smaller than 6. So it is smaller than the root. Now what I have to do? I have to move towards left subtree. And again, it is called recursively. Now left subtree is having, I'll rest right 5 and 2. This is what is the left side subtree I have. So now this is the part of the tree I have to concentrate. Now this pointer made the current as 5. This is the tree now. Now come back. Now root current is not equal to null. 5 is not equal to null. And check whether 2 is equal to 5. No. Then come to this place. 2 is smaller than 5. Yes, it is true. Now again move towards left of that tree. Now again come back. 2 is not equal to null. Yes, it is true. And check 2 is equal to 2. Yes, 2 is equal to 2 is true. And I'm going to set it to found is equal to 1. And I'm going to display found key element in the tree. That is 2 I found in the tree. And I'm displaying current value. It does not matter whether you are displaying current value here or item value. Both are same. So I'm going to display current value over here. And it's going to come out of the loop. And now what happens? If that value does not exist, I cannot set found is equal to 1. By default, I assumed found. I am not finding any key element in my program. So I assumed it is unsuccessful and I set it to 0. Later what I did, I tried to search, I located. If I fail to locate, this cannot be set to 1. So I'll be displaying key not found. This is how binary search tree logic works. Let's see the main program. So in the main program, as like other programs, we are having menu options. One for creating a binary search tree, and 2 for traversal, 3 for searching for element, and 4 for exit. And when you are asking us to, when you have chose to create a binary search tree, you have to give how many elements you are entering, and you are going to be entered one by one that to the function. And the create method is going to create a binary search tree for you. And if you have chosen a tree traversal, first we'll check for whether it's an empty tree. If it is an empty tree, we will not allow you to traverse. Otherwise, you will be allowed to traverse. As I told, these are all the function names where I am passing same root, but while catching over there, I'm renaming it as pre as root as pre. In the in order function, I call it as a in, and in post order function, I call it as a post. That's it. So all are going to traverse. And next, if you are going to search for an element, it's going to call a search function by giving the root, and where it's going to ask you enter the key element, and after that whatever the key element you have entered, based on that search will happen. And if it's going to able to find the given key in the tree, if it exists, it's giving you a successful message. Otherwise, it's going to give you a unsuccessful message. These are all the references I have used to explain this. Let's see with a demonstration. Let's see the demonstration of binary search tree program. And here I am taking all the values which is specified in the question. You can try out for the other values, it's going to work. And here we have seen that we have to count how many numbers are there before we are going to give. Here we have 12 values. We are going to give it as an input to the program. And as like previous linked list programs, we are having a structure with value and the links, and get node function job is to allocate dynamically node and set the links to by default null, and create function is responsible for creating a node and creating a tree and placing that node in the respective place of the tree. And as I said, these are the conditions which are important. This conditional operator condition is going to tell you which part of the tree you have to consider, whether it is left part or right part, and after that you are going to assign, if it is lesser than value on the left part, you are going to assign the new node whatever you have created to the left part. If it is greater value than the root, you are going to assign it to the right part. You are going to connect to the right part. And these are all the traversal function which I have explained in the slides, in order, pre-order and post-order. And this is the search function. Once you are into search function, it's going to ask you the key element to be searched, and once after that, if the key element is present, it's going to search for it, otherwise it's going to give you a unsuccessful message. This is the main method where it's going to drive the program. Let's see how it works. Yep. Now I am trying to create a tree, so my choice will be first, and enter the number of elements it is asked. So as I said, you should be ready with the number of elements. It is 12. Enter the element item to be inserted. I'll be giving the same numbers whatever is specified over here. That is 6 is the first element I'm giving. It should be the root. 9 is the right child. 5 is the left child of 6. I'm just giving the inputs. Let's see how it's going to construct. Next is 2. Next is 8. Next is 15. Next is 24. Next is 14. Next is 7. Next is 8 again, duplicate value. 5 again, duplicate value. 2 again, duplicate value. Now I have constructed the tree for the given values in the question. Let's see the traversal. Here I cannot display the tree in the tree format. So how will I get to know whether the tree I have constructed is proper or not? By traversing. What is traversing? It's a visiting of each node in the tree. So let's see the traversal. So in the traversal, we are going to get all the traversal: pre-order traversal, in-order traversal, and post-order traversal. The easy way to get to know whatever we have constructed tree is proper or not, better to go with the in-order traversal, which is going to give the values in increasing order: 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15, and 24. Yes, the values are in the increasing order and duplicate values are not there. We have constructed the tree successfully. Let's search for a element in the tree. As we have discussed, I'll search for key element 2. Yes, the key element 2 is found in the tree. Again, search for a element in the tree. I'll take the value whatever I have taken in the example, 20. Key not found. Yes, this is how the binary search tree is going to work. You can try out with the different values. Remember that you should give the number of values in the beginning when you are trying for a different tree values. Thank you.